Within Lab 1 of EECS1022, entitled Shaken Color, we were asked to create an app which consists of a button. Once this button is pressed, it should generate a random shade consisting of either red, green, or blue. Furthermore, once the device orientation is changed between vertical to horizontal, the button state should remain the same and should also change colors once pressed. On top of that, we were asked to encode a program which would allow the app to change colors upon the device orientation. So when it went from vertical to horizontal, or vice versa, it would also generate a random color. Then, in the advanced part of this lab, we were asked to implement a code which would allow a generated color upon shaking the device. Examining the code that controls the color, the significance of the number 256 represents the number of shades of the colors. When we change that number to 1 for red and green and keep it at 256 for blue, what we can see is that upon changing colors, mostly it will be shades of blue, since there are only one shade of red or green, thus making all possible shades only turn out in blue. Within this segment, which is part B, you can see that the code works properly. Within a horizontal orientation, you can see that when the button is pressed, the shades will change color. Then, once rotated to vertical, once again, then press the button, the shades do change color. On top of that, the shades do change color upon the actual orientation change. So when the device goes from vertical to horizontal, it will generate a random color to be displayed. Within this segment, which is part C, you can see that the code works properly. Upon the previous codes, which were responsible for changing the colors upon button press in a vertical or horizontal orientation, we now added the option to change random shades while shaking the device. You can see while the device shakes, it generates a random color. Furthermore, it can be seen that while we minimize this app and leave it running in the background, shaking the device will also change the color, even though we cannot see it. The easiest way to record this would be to check the logcat. However, we can also check this by simply putting it to a test where we record the color before we minimize the app, and then come back to it, and we will see that it is a different color once it is shaken.